Roblox, a game that has been advertised to mostly kids. Whenever you hear the word Roblox, what comes to your mind? Fun, innocent, and appropriate games. But what if I tell you that there are some hidden games in Roblox that have dark stories behind them, and even crime scenes? Surrealism. Created in 2011 by a person whom goes by Shockman25. The creator of the game Surrealism, when you actually search up the game, it is impossible to find it unless you search up his name and then click on his profile and head to his creations. This game has been last updated in 2015, and when I dig a bit deeper into this, I came across a person named Shockman252. Just an extra 2 at the end. Could this be his alt account? 2011. Isn't that the year that Surrealism was created? Yep. How about you check his creations? Shockman25's creepypasta. Regardless, let's just make our way to the original Surrealism first. When we first joined the game, we're greeted by a black screen, almost covering everything. But this is just completely normal, you know. However, once we start moving, it should go away, but then the blinking starts, as you can see. And this is also totally normal in this game. We first begin in a flat grassy area, which you can also see here, but there's a tree. In the tree is a text box, and we get this message when we actually click on this text box, which says, "Sun and earth and stars as they seem." However, this is not the complete message. Now, I'm not sure if this is because the game has been too old or something, considering that it has been last updated in 2015, but I believe that it has been erased somehow over the years due to the lack of updates. However, I have the complete message with me, and the text should have been completed with, "Man on the moon will enter the dream. How long must he wait on a surface like stone before his legs grow tired and flesh becomes bone?" Now, when we exit out of this message and make our way to the crescent, as we can see right there, now the crescent is said to symbolize another portal or such a dream that we enter as we stand on this crescent, which we should stand here on this crescent for a while until we're teleported underneath. So this is just gonna, you know, take a bit of time. Now once we're actually down below, once we turn the volume a bit up just like this, we should be able to hear as if we're in like nature itself. I mean, we kinda are. When we reach to the other side of the bridge, we can see that there is another text box on the tree, similar to the one above. However, this one indeed is just a trap. Yeah, because once we actually click it, it reveals nothing. Now this is what I spoke about earlier regarding the fact that there are some things in this map that have been erased over the years due to the lack of updates. Anyways, when we click out of the message, if we look to the top of the wall, we can see the sun along with like 8 black dots right there around it. And this is actually a puzzle that unlocks to a hidden door, which we can't obviously see right now unless we do this puzzle.
A few moments later.
Man, that took a bit of a while to do. However, once we actually unlock this puzzle, there goes this door that we enter a large maze. And once we actually wander around, we can see a bunch of rooms with buttons and random figures. And within each of these buttons, we actually need to hover over them. Now there are a bunch of rooms that we need to hit that same button for in order to unlock the secret door at the end. However, in one of these rooms, there's actually a person that you can interact with. And this is the only interaction that you're gonna get in this game. Now I'm sort of surprised that this button actually works, because once we actually click the question mark right here, we have the same option repeated 3 times for some reason, and then the goodbye option. Now of course, you know, you can obviously, you know, tell that by clicking the emptiness option, all of the 3 options are the same thing. However, the figure responds with, "I know," suggesting that he is aware of our choices and symbolizes the unknown in this game. However, sadly, there is nothing that we can really work with here, so let's just keep on clicking these buttons until we reach to the end. Now, did I mention that there is actually throughout the maze a floating demon that is actually purple, and if you get near him, then you get killed. And I'm not gonna get killed in order to have this all repeated. Now anyways, once we have actually clicked all the buttons in the room, there's this last button, and this last room that we cannot get through unless, you know, there's actually a secret entrance that I'm gonna show right here. So I'm just like gonna, you know, stick my character, you know, to the wall, and boom, I'm in this room. And this is the last room that we should, you know, do. So let me just click the button. And now we can move to the end. Upon entering, we can hear this sort of like weird music in the background, and slowly everything starts to fog up. And yep, we just got disconnected and we can't really do anything here. So we'll have to leave. Now the game itself has an untold story and doesn't seem to have a complete sense or true meaning that we can conclude with. But if you thought that was weird, then you probably haven't heard of the Tomb of the Great Oak. In 2016, October 15, Soren created a game, not just any game, but the game on the day she joined Roblox, which is the Tomb of the Great Oak. Like, can you explain that to me? Creating an account and then immediately creating a game to publish, but I just wish if it were to be actually a normal game. But it was far from that. Soren only has one friend, who is named Lohai, which translates to mine in Finnish. Now, are they related? I don't want to really yap or create some BS, however, I have no idea if it has anything to do with the game itself or Soren itself, but let's just get back to the game. Unfortunately and fortunately, with 67,000 visits, this game has been taken down by Roblox in late 2023. Now, it is actually unknown to what actually caused the game to be taken down, but it's most likely believed that it was due to the likely suicidal thoughts that were represented in the game. But fortunately for us, there is actually a remake of the game, which we're gonna join. Now, once we're in the game, we can see that the game is sort of empty, but there lies the oak tree that comes from the name in the game. There we can actually see a rope, or the end of the rope, and it doesn't take a genius to figure out what's next. Now in the distance, we can actually see a house right there, possibly representing her own home that she lives in, but we cannot go beyond this point. Now anyways, I think we should go into the cave to explore because that's the only thing that we can really do here. And yep, the cave actually has an invisible opening to it if you didn't know. Now let's just walk to the cave, and once we're in the cave, there is actually nothing to also do here. It's just pretty empty, and it's just a dead end that you cannot really, you know, do anything here. Empty. So let's just head out of this cave. Now once we're actually out of this cave, you should be able to tell, you know, you should be able to tell what is there. Below we can see the necklace on the floor that probably fell, but when we get close to it, we are teleported to another place, which is the end of what you can really do in this map. There just seems to what looks like stone spikes over the map with a statue up there. Now the game actually has been confirmed to have some sort of connection with characters like Uton. This conclusion is made due to the fact that if we begin with Uton, he joined the same year that Soren joined Roblox, and similarly 8/7/2016, which is the day that Uton first joined Roblox, he also created her first game on the same day called Scarecrow, and again with Lohai 1/18/2016, all starting with 2016, which is a bit odd, and created the game Dollhouse on the same day that she joined. And now that's just creepy as like, I have no comments. The last update that Soren, if the connection is indeed true to these accounts, was done by the account Lohai in 2018. That being said, My dollhouse contains a bunch of things that is possibly linked to the game Home of the Great Oak, and it seems like if it's like a sort of another bridge to this game. However, I won't be covering the rest until another video, so comment below if you want another part 2. My Little Sunshine World. The creator of the game, who is Caroline, is known for always being positive and always tries to put a smile on everyone's face. Unfortunately, Caroline did not have a good childhood like other people. He was bullied and had received scars on her face from being bullied, which caused her to be ugly. This is the reason why she always wears her paper plate bunny mask that covers her face that we can see right here. And it was actually said that she her bullies. Now I'm not really sure if that's even true or just you know, fiction. But luckily for me, I stumbled upon an image of her profile in 2013. She appears to have had 3 friends only at the time, whom were Clinton, David Colt, and Lizos. When searching these accounts up, which I did, I know I'm so lifeless, but yeah. Starting with Clinton's, if we head to his creations, we can see that he's got a game, and it's called Clinton's Palace. How unique. Now once we actually enter the game, we have what looks like a hammer and a magic wand. The hammer is to delete, which you know, you can clearly see here, and the magic wand is to copy and build.
Now what's so mysterious and fascinating about this? It's just a normal game, Norax.
Well, not so easy, because when we head to David's cult's account, and then to his creations, we see a game called Tool Shed. Does that ring a bell to you? If not, let's just join the game. Once entering the game, there's nothing else that you can, you know, really do, but just head to that wooden house door there. And when we do, we start to hear this weird but old music in the background. But let's just ignore that. The house is just full of tools and serves as any other workshop. With that being said, we can sort of come to a conclusion that Clinton and David Colt is the same account. Maybe. Anyways, enough talk, let's just hop into My Little Sunshine World. Joining into the map while we are walking, multiple Carolines seem to be appearing for split seconds along the way. Going further a bit down, we can see that Caroline herself is sat down. But if you thought this is the only, you know, statue, there is one there, there, and there, and there. Anyways, going to the stairs, before actually going up, we can see some sort of messages on the wall, and these are very important and crucial to understand this game. With the first message reading as in Spanish, "My blood is your blood." This phrase suggests that there is a connection between Caroline and another individual, or possibly a sibling or a friend. And then when we go on the left of the stairs, we can actually see another one, reading as, "The devil is my brother." By claiming the devil as a sibling, this message has a sort of close association with evil or darkness, which reflects Caroline's internal struggles. And then there's also another one on the floor, drowning out of the water. However, this one in particular, if we just look to our left, we can see a well, and inside this well is a inside, suggesting the overwhelming experience that Caroline went through. Now this is all what it has to offer in the beginning, unless this diary has any meaning to it. Anyways, let's just make our way up to the stairs. And when we actually do, we can see a sort of parkour here, and you already know that this is my thing. Alrighty, so once I'm on the side, there's actually another message before we actually go up to that stair. And it reads, "I have been 10 for 40 years. What this means is that there is a sense of being trapped in time, which makes sense since it reflects the trauma that has caused Caroline to remain mentally or emotionally at the age of 10. Now let's just go ahead and jump and go on the stairs, just like this. Now we're almost done here, but I just gotta do what I just previously did, the parkour. Now once we actually reach to the end, I don't know if Caroline actually has an obsession with parkours or whatever. Anyways, we can actually see this massive statue of Caroline. But once again, we can see a bit of her inner thoughts. Praise Father Son. And then we have another one, sweating the fat drop, which is her stress and anxiety. Consume your friends, which indicates the betrayal or the fear of harming your loved ones, which is the attempt to bring life to the lifeless. Here, we are completely done with the map. Or at least, there's also another step that we should do, which is to walk to the statue. And once we actually do, we are teleported to the final destination of this map. Here, there is nothing to do, but once you get closer to Caroline, her lookalikes are surrounding me for a split second, and allegedly, there has been some rumors that if you actually stay in the map for too long, or just look at her face, it will start to drop some tears. However, I doubt that's gonna happen because this map is just too old. And I guess that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.